And we have returned. Good day, my name is Lord Xaydam, and this is episode 5. Machiko was teasing us. She was teasing my gentleman nature. Well, what's left of it after this? Closing door. Right then, let's begin. Dot. Following the direction the familiar of Tsuyuri had given Maeko, we set off from the mansion. The three of us picked our way into the forest, fortunately without getting lost this time under the instructions of the tiny familiar. It didn't take long for us to get past the place where Machiko had fallen into the river last time we entered the forest, but they say a warned fox is worth 2, and this time she avoided any missteps. So according to the familiar, Finges? What? Fingies, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead? Okay. My gaze had fallen upon a series of stairs that started to ascend from the dirt path up toward a hill. A gate of sorts standing at the top of the hill. Oh no. What could she want to see us for? She never summons us. She always just bumps into us. Why? Why has she called us? You're so silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be nervous about. Maybe she's found a way to stop my headaches, Oni-sama. Now that would be wonderful, but there's no use in guessing when she's up ahead. With a stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following in my wake. One with bold steps and one with rather shaky, slowly paces. Come on, Oni-sama, why don't we make a game of it? To take your mind off of where we are, we could play hop along dandy. Hop, ha. Maeko-chan. As I watched, the spunky girl hopped past me, giving out commands that the older girl seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either hopping, stepping, or jumping up to the next step. When one fumbled, the other got to take a step, and the command then switched to the other girl. I watched in amazement as the panic that had almost set in Machiko vanished as she played the silly little game with her sister. Soon the two sisters reached the top of the stairs, and a voice I could have sworn I heard somewhere before resounded through the air. Yep, it's the succubus. How cute. Maeko-chan hasn't changed in all those years. Still hopping around on my doorstep like a little bunny. Eep! The voice seemingly made Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body making a light tremble while the source behind the voice revealed itself right when we arrived at the shrine grounds. The one responsible for this nervous reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off the gate and landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth through the air. Yep! And Machi-tan, I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played. Have you been doing well? Hi, Tsuyuri-chan. We were playing a game. Hello, Tsuyuri-sama. We're doing well. It did look like an incredibly cute game. Then again, it might be because two really cute kitsune were playing it. Oh my. Still, I'm amazed you didn't join them, human boy. Couldn't keep up with their steps? I was more focused on meeting you than playing a game. I'm fortunate to ignore the appeal that games hold. To always look at life with such a serious and worrisome mind setting is unhealthy. Isn't that right, my dear Machi-chan? But that's not fair, Tsuyuri-chan. Takani didn't know the rules yet, and it wouldn't be fair to bring someone in part way. He was learning how to play. I'm sure he'll take part next time. It's not, healthy? The kitsune took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself. But Maiko's right. Takakun was learning the game. It's not his fault. Oh my god, she's terrified. I don't think this is nervousness, this is fear. I'm just teasing him, my darling. No need to get so worried, but I can imagine what brings you three here. However, I'm surprised about one thing. But Tetsu-chan, you called us here yourself. I did. That's not what I'm surprised about. It's the fact that your Takakun is here with you two. Elaborate, please. Doesn't it strike you both as odd, a human being so friendly with spirits? The last time I saw that one was when Machi-tan was still a toddler. What? We were here before? What? Am I reading that wrong? A human being so friendly with spirits. The last time I saw that one was when Machi-chan was a toddler. Is she referring to the first encounter? Did she put us through time? Like, well, forward in her time. Oh my god. Time travel! It's that what makes me curious. Why is he here with the Kitsune rather than the samurai girls who are closer to his kin? Well, these girls were saved me, and yeah, they're being bullied technically by the samurai girls. Well, more the Tsuyuri the tyrant than the Melons. Melon is the redhead. That's because the guards from the village, they arrested him because of our actions. He helped us to escape, but got taken instead. We rescued him and let him stay with us. It's nothing bad. I swear he's just a nice human. He seems to be, not from here, though. She knows! She sent us here! I didn't mean it in a bad way, my dear. Rather, it's fascinating to see a human protect the spirit. But of course, he's not from the village. One like me takes little interest in the close-minded humans of this realm, so you could say your thoughts are correct. That boy is not from this world. And yet, he might end up playing an important role whether he likes it or not. I mentioned this to Maeko-chan and Machiko-chan before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they are spirits or humans. Still, despite the fact I like this world, I would like to get sent back to my world. That doesn't make sense. I know what he's trying to say, but I think that sentence was structured wrong. Well, then again, I might be wrong. I do have an important match to take part. This is the sacrifice! Alright, your upcoming battle. Let us discuss the matter inside the shrine, shall we? We will wait for you here, Takakun. With that, it seemed the Kitsune wouldn't accompany me any further. My steps grown a bit more hesitant, feeling a little bit nervous about being left alone with this woman. I would, she has magical powers. And she's a succubus at that, probably. Well, the way she looks, I'd be surprised if she wasn't one. And here we are, at the place our first conversation unfolded. I guess now is the proper time to introduce myself. Tsuyuri. My name is Tsuyuri, and just like your two companions, I'm one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. And yet you're different than them, isn't that right? How observant of you. Yes, there is a difference between me and most spirits. The spirits have a hierarchy among them. The stronger a spirit, the higher they are in standing. Of course, at our race, power often is associated with experience. So you're saying that you're an ancient being? No, I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It's rude to question the girl's age. You're a demon! But onto the subject of your desire to return to your own world. You're going to send me back. Great. Oh god, no, I don't want to go back. I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capacities. Oh god, we're in a game of hers, and we are about to be, and we are in the palm of her hand. We're going to be manipulated. Wait, weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? That would be an incorrect assumption. It was your wish at the shrine that sent you here. I did mention during our first encounter that this place is special, didn't I? Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she had mentioned before. This shrine is a place of power? That's right. Since you have sent spent time with the Kitsune before you arrived here, you likely know that there is magic within this world. However, it's not that Maeko-chan possesses said magic, rather her body is able to establish a connection to the magic within this world. That sounds a bit complicated. Basically, people who can use magic normally can only do this because their bodies have a special link to this world's magic. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within the world flows through several gateways. We commonly call them mana gateways, while those who possess the ability to magic do so because they contain a certain part in their body. A mana receiver could be a term for it. So you're also connected to this world like this? Ha! No, my boy. I'm not borrowing the magic of this realm. I'm a powerful enough spirit to perform magic of my own. So if that's the case, surely you could send him back with the spell that Maeko was mentioning. However, the shrine is located on a mana gateway, what could translate to the explanation how the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes. Then why can't you use magic to send me back? Because it's not my magic that brought you here, it's the magic of the shrine, or rather, the world itself that pulled you into this realm. So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever? Not forever, you simply need to carry out the world's will. Oh great, you're saying this planet has a will of its own, and how in the world am I going to learn what it is up to? That's what you have to have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously I know its intentions. In your case, the task you were given was quite a harsh one. We have to unite the Kitsune and humans, spirits and humans, haven't we? Don't tell me. I'll have to collect wedding sashes and marry Machi-chan in the process? You wish! Oh! All teasing aside, this region is having its fair share of problems. It's been a long time now that the spirits dwell within this realm shared with humans, but it hasn't always been like that. You mean the spirits have a world of their own? Yes, we used to have a world of our own, but that realm has started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this all occurred before the more powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage. So Machiko-chan and Maeko-chan they don't belong in this world. I'll bet neither of them likely remember it clearly, since they were still akin to a human toddler when they were sent into this world. I started to understand it slowly, the reason why the Kitsune and the villagers were at such uneasy terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you had never seen before suddenly arrived at your doorstep. Racism at its finest. I'm kidding. Well, it probably is. Is that the reason why there is such a tension between them and the villagers? I'm afraid that the Kitsune sisters are the victim of a misunderstanding. You see, Machi-chan and Maeko-chan aren't the only spirits in this country. There are others within this country, and that leads exactly to the problematic situation. You mean there are other Kitsunes in this region? Not Kitsune, but they are also spirits. They were sent into this realm just like the Kitsune sisters, but unfortunately they were sent rather far away from here. While Machi-chan and Maeko-chan were close enough for me to take care of, the others were an entirely different story. How exactly do you mean? Did something happen to them? Hold on, that looked like a big... Alright. Four spirits were sent into this region alongside Maeko-chan and Machi-chan when the worlds briefly merged. Unlike the Kitsune sisters, those four didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result, they'd grown rather spoiled and wild. You're saying that they are wild spirits who were rather spoiled. That sounded like a recipe for trouble. Yes, they've grown oblivious to the way human society worked, and their behaviour made humans mistake those spirits as monsters. Even now those girls and their games are mistaken as assaults, and as a result, there is a tension between the spirits and humans. So then it's because those spirits are troubling the villagers that Machiko-chan and Maeko-chan are discriminated? You could say that's the reason. Then why didn't you try to stop those monster girls? Because I can't leave this forest. I'm the guardian spirit of this shrine, so I can't leave my domain. Yet again, I couldn't help but wonder what purpose Tsuyuri had behind telling me about the spirits. Could it have been related to finding my way back home? Then solving the problem with the spirits could be my ticket to my own world? Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with the four spirits would help solve the problems between the spirits and humans. While it would be difficult to track them down, there might be an opportunity for you soon. An opportunity? I'm sensing one of them heading through the forest toward the village. Perhaps if you can convince Machi-chan and Maeko-chan to help you save the village from whatever antics they're up to, you might be able to make the villagers at least accept the sisters. That idea did make sense. If Machiko and Maeko were seen saving the village from the threat, they might be being forgiven for a little maid in silk scenario. I just hope this will work. Only time will tell. For now, it's best you get the girls and hurry toward the village to stop the wild spirit from causing a mess. Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I would convince Machiko and Maeko to help me save the village. It certainly would have been great if they were praised as heroes and their past pranks forgiven, but I imagined that the sisters wouldn't have that many fond feelings towards the villagers after the treatment they received. I wonder how he'll solve the challenge set before him. Oh my. I soon found Machiko and Maeko talking near the staircase. Leading back into the forest, the two girls looked like they were playing a game similar to hopscotch on the wide shrine step. Now it was time for me to figure out how to convince the girls. Ah, Taka-kun, is everything well? You look concerned. Tsuyuri told me some interesting stuff. Oh, what was it? Did she tell you Machiko's bust size? She looks like a size C. Maybe borderline D. Maeko! Owie! No, nothing like that. And even if she offered to, I would have declined. Yes, I'm a gentleman. She told me about recent events, and I think I would have found a way to get you both accepted by the village. Wait, Tsuyuri-sama told you? What did she tell you? She's not told us anything. She didn't go into too many details. She just told me that there are feral spirits that are doing their spirity thing, which the people at the village think that they are under attack. If we can convince the villagers that the other spirits are just playing, maybe we can figure out a way to protect them. And if you help doing so, maybe they'll warm up to you. Yay! That'll work for sure. Tatsu-chan and Taka-ni are so smart. Whoa, wait. Maeko, calm down. Taka-kun, there's no way the village will change that easily. Even if we can convince the elder, the two guards will never forgive us for our theft. I firmly believe in the thought that I'd rather try something and fail than to regret having not tried. Of course, the two guards will be upset, but perhaps after our heroic efforts to save the village, they might be more willing to listen to your story. Try something and fail, then regret having not tried? But won't you be sad if you fail despite having tried so hard? Well, that is if I fail. Nothing is set in stone, so it never hurts to try. While I was rather certain of this idea, I knew I had to convince the girls that this plan would work. Of course, with the amount of confidence my tone carried, it was only a matter of time before Machiko started to consider it. I'm not so sure, Taka-kun. Do you really want to face the wrath of Mio head-on? If it's for the sake of my friends, then yes. And perhaps if we're lucky, she'll finally show it. If we're lucky, she finally shows that desire, that dear side of her. Oh my god, I butchered that. I'm for it. I want to play with the people in the town. I want to be able to eat the delicious smelling foods. I want to learn about them. What about you, Machiko-chan? Don't you want to be able to wander around without the constant thought of being hunted and chased by the village? This could be this could be the only chance we'll get. I suppose with both of you being so enthusiastic, I do not have much of a choice in the matter. It would be rather nice to be able to trade for some sake for the human world. Spirit sake is quite bland. That's the spirit. We should hurry toward the village then. Very well, Takakun. Oh my! In the meanwhile in the village, I think I better save it here and then go for a next episode. So yeah, see you next time.